Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Eldon Snaps here, and today I have for you a little something different. We're going to be covering a No Rest for the Wicked build, and this will be my Frost Paladin build. So let's jump right into it. We'll be using the Whetted Edge. This is a one-handed straight sword. I'll show you its moveset real quick. This is the normal attack pattern. It's just 3 attacks. This is our running attack. That's not our running attack. This is our running attack. That can actually be charged and it has a different animation. I absolutely love it. And you can cancel halfway through to go with the regular attack. As such. Roll attack. And that's it for the Whetted Edge. It does a lot of damage. It scales with strength and faith. Now the whole theme of this build is essentially that we're going to be using our runes. As you can see in the bottom left, we have mostly ice runes. We're going to be using those runes to freeze our enemies and then follow up with just a regular physical damage attack for the shatter. Now you notice I'm not having my weapon enchanted with frost or anything. We just want to keep it physical and get our freezes only through our runes. That way we don't have to weapon swap in the middle of combat. We can just get our freeze and just easily go in for a KO with our regular weapon. Now, this build is also going to be focusing on blocking, doing damage while blocking, and being a tank essentially. And it's really effective, you'll see in the Crucible run here shortly. So let's go over our rolls and our gear. So for our Whetted Edge, we're going to go with physical damage increase for the gem. And for our enchantments, this build struggles against, I would say, the end game bosses just a tiny bit. So that's why we're going to go with the damage increase, 30% against large enemies, to just really help us out with bosses. Because other than bosses, this build just shreds. We'll get health on kill and focus on kill. And we'll do the indestructible, unrepairable combo because we don't want any downsides. Next, on our shield, we'll deal cold damage on block for our gem. We'll have our damage taken decreased while blocking. That will help. We want to really maximize our damage negation while we're blocking. Otherwise, the blocking is kind of useless. Deal 20% damage on block, and healing increased, and indestructible, unrepairable combo. And I have a torch on every build. Now for a helmet, we want to be really focusing on frost buildup. That way with our low cost runes we can achieve freezing our enemies with just one cast of our rune. So we're going to go with the frost buildup gem. Of course we're going to increase our cold damage on our enchantment. We want to be a little tanky, so we're doing damage taken decreased. Gain health once per rune attack is very nice for sustaining your health, and indestructible, unrepairable combo. We're going to increase our healing on our chest plate with the gem. Again, damage taken decreased for tankiness. We want a lot of focus gain, and I'd probably say the most important enchantment on this build is the frozen enemy armor decreased by 50%. So once your enemy is frozen, their armor is decreased by 50%, so when you whack them after they're frozen, you're going to do a lot more damage. For our legs, healing increased, damage taken decreased. We're going to go with the damage increased on a dodge. Even though we're heavy rolling and we don't really care to dodge that much because we can block, it's just another damage buff here and there whenever we want it. Focus gain and healing gain. And on our gloves, frost buildup, because we really want to proc that frost in one rune attack. Damage taken decreased for tankiness, focus gain, frost buildup, very important, and healing increased. And you notice on my legs the downside, it's heavy roll only. That's totally fine because we're maxed out on our way anyways to heavy roll because we're focusing on blocking, so we don't care too much about dodging. And our gloves, parry disabled. Again, we're focusing on blocking, so we don't ever need to parry, so we just use that downside, and it's not really a downside. And for our rings, we're going to go with Band of Calmness for focus gain and max focus. This is just an incredible ring. I honestly think it's a little bit too high, 50% for max focus. That's kind of nutty. So we're going to use it. And our last 2 rings are going to help us out with blocking. Deal 25% damage on block, and the other one deal 25% damage on damage taken. This actually helps us when we block, because when we block, we're not negating 100% of damage. So we take a little bit of chip damage, but our ring will register that and do damage back, making our block even more powerful. And that's it for the build. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, here we go with our Crucible run. We're going to be doing no echoes with our Frost Paladin build. Let's get it. Start off by blocking that. Look at that, he's almost dead just from those blocks. Alright. Brother. Alright, let's get some focus and some health back. Now that we got a little bit of focus, we can start our rampage. Right. The only thing I'll say about this build, it's just a little slow, especially in the water. But man, it's really fun to play, so it makes up for it. Alright, wave 1, easy peasy. Wave 2, no echoes. Oh, hello guys. Little tornado. Alright. And I'm really hoping they can add animation cancels to the rune attacks. Because for like that one, you spin so long and sometimes you spin yourself off an edge and it's not fun. Alright, Witchy. Yeah, I was hoping you'd do that. It'd be your demise. Alright, nobody up here. Skip the climbing. What do we have here? A witch? Man, the blocking is just crazy. Alright, big dude over here. We'll start with an ice throw. Bye-bye. Line him up. Not quite. You gotta watch out for that edge. You always gotta watch out for ledges, man. Because I'm sure everyone's aware, but gravity is the #1 killer in this game, actually. The devs stated that in their statistics. So watch out for those ledges. Alright, no echoes. Let's continue. Get over here. Let's have a little bit of fun, should we? See, like I would have loved to have canceled for those last 2 spins because I didn't need them. Alright. Man, that combo, that rune attack R1 combo is just beautiful. It's like it was meant for it. This weapon and that rune. Oh, thanks. Alright. Oh, thank you. Keep it pushing. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Oh wow, we got really lucky. Let's see. Okay. Again. God, I love that so much. Alright, wave 3. On to wave 4, no echoes. Hi guys. Wow. Bye. We block that. You can just sit in here and block this. No problem. Alright, we got full focus. Good pushing. There. By there. See if we can line him up for a throw. Perfect. Alright. Alright, I'll take that. Block. Hi, big guy. See, look at the blocking. It's just crazy. I can just sit here and block this dude's attacks. And didn't lose any health. Just gained focus. Easy peasy. Alright, on to the Limnus. See what kind of loot we get. Remember, we're still no echoes. Alright, give me something good. I mean, we'll take gems any chance we can get. Alright, on to wave 6. No echoes. Very easy. Get the doggy from distance. Alright. We'll just block here. Which is dead from blocking. Somehow the dog didn't register his hitbox on me. Which I needed it to because I was blocking. No thanks. Alright, we're low on poise, so we're going to stop blocking. And use our beautiful combo. Alright, on to wave 7, almost done. No thanks. Oh, he almost got away from that one. I can't get over that combo, honestly. I feel like this rune and the R1 on this this weapon were made for each other. We'll do tornado for fun. Very effective. Hi there. Thanks. I'm gonna do running charge on you because it's fun. Beautiful. On to wave 8. No echoes. I really don't like this level of the Crucible. I wish they would change it or just get rid of it altogether. It just kind of takes too long. Alright, Cyclone time. Ooh, this is getting sticky, I'll say. Maybe we can freeze a whole shit ton of them. Oh my god. That was very scary. We need to get away from this ledge. That would have been awful for us. We can honestly just kind of sit here and block if we wanted to. Let's just try that out. Very safe build this this build is. And you don't have to be facing your opponent when you're blocking either. Which, honestly, in my opinion, I wish that was required. I wish they would change that. It would just make for, you know, more fun gameplay. Actually have to focus in on where you're blocking. You can see that stagger bar go up too. It's crazy just from blocking. Alright, moving on, second to last wave. Alright, getting a little hairy here. Let's heal that. Block. Block. Which is coming. Which is gone. And these dogs are a pain in the butt with slower, heavier weapons. Alright. Now with this build we typically want to make sure we have full focus going into the Crucible Knight. The Echo Knight, rather. So... now we'll just go ahead and finish this guy real quick. Full enough focus. Alright, Echo Knight time. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this build is better suited for mobs and just blowing through numbers of mobs. It's not the greatest for bosses. It takes a little bit more skill to get the win on the Echo Knight, but you'll see. So here it goes. I'm gonna go for a freeze, dodge that, more damage, go for a freeze. Now our big rune attack. Boom, big damage. Remember, this is no echoes. Alright, we gotta watch out for that. He's charging in. Oh no, he's shooting. We can actually sit here and block this and we'll do damage on him. Oh, we're almost dead though. Let's heal that. Wow, I didn't expect that. Woo. Alright, we need to play better. Alright, we need to get our focus up. Almost on his second phase. I don't want to use my focus just yet. Alright, let's heal. I will say this build requires a little bit of food for this end boss. Alright, we can block this, get a max focus, and we're gonna try to do our freeze combo again. Let's block that. Get more focus. Alright, let's go for the freeze. Big jump. Boom, look at the damage. Now we just got a little bit left to go. Come in for the smash. Nope. Block that. Coming in.
Prison eternal.
Ooh, that was close. That almost wasn't a dodge. Follow up smash. Ice. Ooh. Close ice. And there's the KO. Easy as that. Very, very fun build. I absolutely love it, especially exploring the world. It's a lot of fun. So that's the Frost Paladin build. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna go get my loot now. See you next time.